Audio Jungle.
Her Majesty is expected to celebrate her Platinum Jubilee next year, which will mark 70 years since her accession to the throne on February 6, 1952. In May next year the Queen is set to become the third longest reigning monarch in recorded history, overtaking Johann II of Liechtenstein rule of 70 years and 91 days between November 12, 1858 and February 11, 1929. A month later the monarch is expected to overtake Rama IX of Thailand reign. It has reportedly been a difficult period in the Queen's reign however, since the death of her husband the Duke of Edinburgh in April. Tensions have also been reported amongst members of the royal family after Harry and Meghan made the unprecedented decision to step down from their senior royal duties last year. The couple's subsequent 2-hour interview with Oprah in March, and Harry's announcement he is to release an accurate and wholly truthful memoir have reportedly are said to added fuel to the royal rift. Yet a relationship expert has claimed the Queen's decision to invite Harry and Meghan to her Platinum Jubilee celebrations is a very positive sign that the family can resolve differences. Sami Wunder told, "I think the fact that the Queen invited them for her Platinum Jubilee is a very positive sign to show the world that these guys are family and all families have conflict. All families have resentment or some form of hurt emotions, but it's still family. So I think that is the biggest sign for everybody else watching that the Queen is very much giving them the love and recognition they deserve as a family." Ms. Wunder added, "The Queen is showing that she is loving and kind and welcoming." Harry and Meghan moved to California last summer with son Archie, and have since welcomed daughter Lilibet, whose name is an ode to her great-grandmother the Queen. Lilibet was coined by King George V as a nickname for the then Princess Elizabeth, who was a toddler and couldn't pronounce her name properly. It has since been used to address the Queen by close relatives. The monarch signed her name as Lilibet on the funeral wreath of one of her closest friends Earl Mountbatten, while Prince Philip also called her by the nickname. Ms. Wunder speculated that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex would accept the Queen's invitation to the Platinum Jubilee. She said, "I believe the couple will show up for this event. I also think moving forward it would be great to see Harry and Meghan's PR also give some positive signs towards reconciliation." Ms. Wunder added, "It's very important that whatever happens within the reconciliation, conversations are not leaked out to the press." The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are said to be planning to return to the UK together for the first time since their decision to quit the firm to introduce their daughter to the monarch. According to The Sun, the couple also hope to host their daughter's christening at Windsor Castle. Another news, Jan Moyer criticizes Prince Charles and Prince Andrew. Over in America, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex strain every sinew to discredit the British monarchy. But why do they bother? Back home, Prince Charles and Prince Andrew seem perfectly capable of doing that all by themselves, thank you very much. No outside help needed. Charles has just been entangled in embarrassing cash for honours claims, while Andrew has bolted to Balmoral to hide under the Queen's kilt while a posse of sheriffs from America hunt him down. Come out with your hands up, Buster, we've got you surrounded. Really, one needs a heart of granite not to titter till it hurts at the situation in which our beleaguered royals now find themselves. All that ermine and flummery, all that pomp and tradition and curtsying and scraping, well behind the castle walls things are starting to feel more like the Sopranos than the Windsors. For a start, Prince Andrew has no recollection of ever meeting Virginia Giuffre, who has served a lawsuit on him. This week he drove 500 miles to Balmoral, some say to avoid being served the papers on the case. But surely they underestimate the charms of Aberdeenshire at this time of year. When the bogs are in full spurtle, the thistles richly bloom and the beautiful wee midge beasties take to the wing in the gloaming hour. No wonder he has scooted back there twice in recent weeks. On Wednesday, Andrew had a picnic lunch date with him in a fishing lodge deep in the Balmoral estate and to have been a fly on the royal pork pie at that glorious summit. Perhaps the prince was informing the Queen of his belief that he will soon be brushing off the lawsuit on September 13 and returning to the royal front line next year. "Good luck with that, son," is almost certainly what she didn't say. Now we also learn that the Prince of Wales has no knowledge of the alleged offer of honours or British citizenship on the basis of donation to his charities. This comes after Saudi tycoon Mahfouz Murray Mubarak bin Mahfouz was awarded an honorary CBE in 2016 after donating around £2 million to the prince's charities. To be honest, that's just how I thought these things worked. No doubt a great many people on honours lists deserve their gongs, but why else would a foreign-based billionaire like Mahfouz be given a CBE and God knows what else? For services to feminism in the Arabian Peninsula? Prince Charles and Prince Andrew would be quite terrifying if they were more organised and a bit more villainous instead of being, as I suspect, just a pair of entitled, Bungling brothers without a drop of common sense between them. Phil and Grant Mitchell they are not, Ron and Reggie Cray can rest in peace, heinous reputations intact. If the royal princes have one thing in common, in addition to not being common, of course, it is perhaps a buckling of resolve, a weakness of spirit around the seriously rich and an embarrassing willingness to accept donations from wealthy donors to their pet charitable causes, in Charles's case, his heritage schemes and Prince's trust causes. In Andrew's case, Fergie. If you love the Queen, and I do, this is all a very bad business. Perhaps it looks worse than it actually is, but these days, optics are everything. I don't think for a second that Charles is a wicked or immoral person, with every penny of the money being pumped into his charities, although the grand jury is still out on Andrew. However, the current allegations give too much ammunition to those who wish to bring down the monarchy. They load the grape shot into the Republican blunderbuss, they makes all of us question all of them. Under such attack, the monarchy might stagger on for a few more decades, but what then? As the tarnish blooms and deepens, one does not envy Prince William his destiny, nor Prince George after him, both kings to be fated to preside over an ever-dwindling realm. In the end, those royals and royal spouses who fumbled and floundered, those who cashed in and yielded to temptation, will each have to accept a share of the blame. And we all know who they are.